Hey you! For those who don't know me, my name is Pearl Khalitlale and this is my story about scoliosis. Something that I've always been hesitant to talk about, but here I am and I'd like to share a little with you. Let's start with a little background of how I got it or who I am. No, I wasn't born with scoliosis. I developed it in my upbringing. I've always been a very active child, very sporty. I was born and raised in Botswana, in the southern part of Africa, and I currently live in Russia. Growing up, I played a lot of sports. I played sports 4 to 5 times a week, and I was always playing rough, playing with boys, always training. I didn't realize that it was developing because obviously it starts from like 5 degrees and then it develops. It wasn't until 2015, until 2015 when I realized that there's something wrong with my back. Well, firstly, it started with we got involved into a car accident with my dad, and then of course after getting involved in a car accident you go for checkups and everything, and they say, oh, everything's okay with you, you can go. For that week after the car accident, I'd been complaining about my back, that my back hurts, and they said, no, it's just probably because your body got traumatized from that car accident, everything will be fine, you'll be okay. Okay, we ignored it. We didn't go for physiotherapy, nothing, no x-rays, and it just kept on getting worse and worse, and I kept on ignoring it. And I just started living with the pain as if it was normal, I guess, and just take painkillers. Then I moved. I remember we used to live in Francistown. I moved from Francistown to Gaborone, and I was still complaining to my dad that my back aches. Like, there'd just be times when I'm laying on the bed and it would just, like, the pain was just enormous and just very painful. I'd just lay down and like struggle to breathe, and I'd ask my brothers to massage me and pay them money to massage me because, brothers and siblings, whatever. And then I used to do a lot of long jump. I had a very weird technique of jumping so that I get like the maximum length in jumping, I could say. I would kick in the air and land with my feet apart, and that's very dangerous. You're not supposed to do that. So I'd been using that technique for a very long time. On top of that, I played netball. That requires a lot of jumping. I played badminton. I did a lot of track athletics. So I did a lot of jumping literally almost every day of my life, until this one time when I was writing my AGCSEs, Cambridge exams for physical education. It's on record actually, and I jumped using my classic method. And I landed, and I literally felt, when I landed, I felt my spine shift to the side, and I tried to tell my PE teacher that I'm in pain and I can't move, and because I'm a very dramatic girl, I was ignored for a few minutes, and I was just like, Pearl, we're recording, you can't be acting like this. And I'm like, I swear I can't move. And then that's when they realized that it was serious, so I was helped move aside, and then I got medical help, and then my dad had to take me to the hospital. Then when he got to the hospital, the doctor was like, oh yeah, so you have scoliosis. But my PE teacher did say a few minutes, or I don't know, I don't recall well, after that, you probably might have scoliosis and it has been developing in you. And I didn't know what scoliosis was then, so I was just like, what the hell? Like, I look and I feel very healthy. Okay, no, not very healthy, but I wasn't paying attention to my body or to myself. So we went to the hospital. I got the diagnostics, and when it started, I was 16 years old or 17. I think 16 years old. Yeah, 16, 17. I forgot. 2020. Around October, November, September, somewhere there. I'll attach the first diagnostics paper here so that you see how it looks like. It was 23 degrees then, and then the doctor's like, oh, you are very young. I recommend that you do surgery to avoid it getting worse. And we're like, surgery? Spinal surgery? That sounds very dangerous. So my parents and I decided, I'm young, let's seek out for other options. So we started researching on what we could do, and then I started going for physiotherapy. And we just thought, like, probably this doctor is trying to make money off us. He's just trying to, because first of all, it's expensive to do the surgery. he's just trying to make money. And I was like, I don't know anybody who's ever done such a surgery, and I don't think I'm ready to trust a doctor in Botswana to operate my back. So I started doing physiotherapy for a long time. Then I stopped because I had to do exams, and then after I stopped for a while because I had to write my IGCSE exams. I remember writing English and I did not get the best marks. I finished my Cambridge with 48 points, so yeah. But for my English, I didn't get like the best marks that I wanted to get. I was aiming for like an A star, but I didn't get an A star. And I remember sitting in the hall and I was in pain, and I think English was like one of the first exams that we wrote for Cambridge IGCSE, and I was in pain. Like I was literally, I couldn't sit still, I couldn't sit up, I couldn't slouch. I was focused on managing the pain than on the exam paper, and I didn't finish the exam, and it still hurts me. This is like 5 years later and it still hurts me. I got a B, but still it still hurt me so much. So I had to stop when my exams were getting tense, and then after exams I resumed. And then instead of going for physiotherapy, I went to see the chiropractor. So I used to do cupping and needling and all of that, exercises, and seeing a specialist. And then I just started trying different methods, different things, and then I'd get exhausted, then I'd stop and then resume, and then I eventually moved to Russia, and then I had to find a specialist. I started trying more methods, and that time everything I tried was manageable for a few days or a few hours, and then the pain comes back. Like it's just like pain management, and then it comes back. And there was a time I remember that I was on painkillers like almost every day, and then I had to tell myself I can't do this to my body, because I know taking painkillers every day is like very bad for your body, for your system. It's like, it's not the best option. So I eventually found my doctor, Dr. Ivan Halo. His clinic is called Compass Med. It's in Krasnoyarsk in Russia. I found it like 2 years into moving in Russia, and I was like, so I have the scoliosis, I know the diagnostics, but I don't know how bad it is now. I've never, but I feel the pain. Anyways, he asked me what I wanted to do, then I told him that I'm still considering surgery. I'm not 100% sure about it, and I wouldn't know where to start even if I was to decide I want to do surgery. So let me just continue doing physiotherapy. And then he said, okay, we'll get you registered, let's make a plan for your treatment, and you do understand that it won't get any better, it's just pain management. At this point I understood very well that it won't get any better. I need to stop being delusional, because there's stages to being diagnosed with a chronic illness or problem or whatever the case is. At this point I very much understood that it's not gonna get any better, it's just to manage it and to reduce it developing faster. So I started doing therapy sessions in the rehabilitation center. And mind you, it's a rehabilitation center where a lot of old people go to. So it wasn't like it looks nice. I'll attach a picture here. It looks really nice, but old people, the vibe. I used to get a little depressed. I had like a personal trainer who would like pay attention to everything that I'm doing. I wasn't allowed to do much outside, and then it kind of got better. And then I told the doctor I don't like coming here a lot because of like old people, not to be offensive, but I just wanted to be, also given that I live alone and like far away from my family and from my loved ones, so I just wanted to be like part of some sort of community. So I told my doctor I'm gonna pause a little and just like try something else. Is it safe now? He said yeah. So I told him I want to do yoga. He said okay, go for it. I went to do yoga at like this yoga center called Yoga Home in Krasnoyarsk, and I got injured. Who gets injured from yoga? Pearl. I know, right? I got injured, and I remember it was hatha yoga, and I I was during practice, I felt my spine move to the side again, and I couldn't move after, and they had to lift me up and take me to the reception, and I had to call my friend. I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm so scared. Then I had to call my dad. I was just in panic mode. And then I called my agent, Lisa, very sweet girl. She literally left her office to come attend to me, and that's something out of her scope, because she's only supposed to do that when I get injured from like model gigs, but this was like a very personal matter. And then I called my doctor, and my doctor's like, can you come to my office? And I'm like, no, they already called the ambulance, and I think they're gonna take me to like the central government hospital emergency center. And he said, okay, when you get there, just let me know and I will be waiting for you. Okay. I got there, then they did all the tests. They're like, yeah, you have scoliosis, but we don't understand, because I couldn't move. I was literally numb. My whole right leg was numb. I couldn't move. I couldn't feel. It was just like a dead leg. And they're like, we have to hospitalize you, and then we'll run more tests tomorrow. I hated it. Oh my gosh, I slept in the government hospital. It wasn't my first time being there. Sick kid vibes, I guess. It wasn't my first time being there, but I slept in the hospital. And the next day, they still couldn't figure it out, and I'm just like, you know what, I'd rather go to the doctor who knows my medical history, and just like, and I felt neglected. Oh well, because it's a government hospital, not to paint Russian hospitals bad, but they had bigger issues to deal with, and I wasn't like in a very much of a huge emergency pain, because they gave me injections to numb the pain. I just still couldn't move. Wasn't a bit of pain, but it wasn't excruciating pain where I need surgery immediately, so I wasn't getting that attention that I needed. So I was like, please release me and I will go to my doctor. So they did so, and I went to my doctor and he gave me an epidural. This was like, I think my third or fourth injection within 24 hours. Oh, and before I went to the emergency, the yoga yoga center called their own doctor. They have like a doctor on their insurance or something like that, and the doctor came with an injection, and she said, okay, we're gonna inject you, and then we wait for 30 minutes, the pain will be gone and you'll be fine. Injected me, no pain, gone, and nothing. And it was just like, she didn't do anything. And after 30 minutes she came back, she was like, are you still in pain? I'm like, nothing has changed. At this point I'm literally crying. She gave me another injection, and I don't even know if this is medical. My phone keeps doing the most and I hate it. Anyways, and I don't know if it's medically right for a doctor to be injecting you multiple times within such a short period of time and giving you different injections, but it still wasn't working. And that's how they ended up calling the ambulance to say, you know what, you need to go to the emergency center because nothing is working at this point. So now, the next day, I'm at the doctor, and then he gave me an epidural injection, and then he said, okay, go home and just lay for 2 days, and then after that we'll do a CT scan and see what the problem is. Well, he already knew, but he just wanted to confirm. And then I did so after 2 days, and then I had a herniated disc, and I was like, at this point I was literally fed up, like, no, in Setswana. And then I said, I think I want to go on with surgery now. I'm ready to go on with surgery. And then he told me about some doctor in Moscow. His name is Dr. Kolosov, and that maybe I could do consultation. I could go to him and consult and see what is needed and all of that. And then I asked him how much it's going to be. He gave me a very wrong sum. He said it's going to be 200,000 rubles. That's like 1/6 of the cost, you know. But anywho, so that's the first part that I remember about my scoliosis journey. Stay tuned for more, because I will be uploading a part 2 on it, and my preparations for the consultation, because it was in Moscow and it's like a 5-hour flight from Krasnoyarsk, where I live, and so on and so forth. And now, if I remember anything that I omitted from this video, I will definitely mention it in the next video. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed. Or if you have scoliosis and you are battling, if you have scoliosis and you are suffering like I am, I hope this makes you feel a little better, because you're not alone, and I understand your struggles and your pain.